There's your problem right there. Hey guys, welcome back to Sockets and Sideburns. So it's the Easter holidays, or rather it will have been the Easter holidays by the time I get this edited and you guys actually get to see it. So the kids are at home and the house is carnage. However, I've got a little quiet time out in the garage right now. I haven't really got time to do a full-on video like plan and script it. However, I have got a few little jobs that need doing. One is I need to remove and charge the battery on the Clio, which I think I'll actually make a video on. It might help someone out. Anyway, I was clearing up the bench and I found... Huh? So if you're new to the channel, then this will be your first time seeing this. But this is the high-level brake light from our Clio. I'll put a link in the description to the video I made for replacing this. Now, basically, what happened with this was there was an intermittent failure of the LED strip. However, if you were to just give it a good tap, it would come back on, come back to life. So I guess that there's a fractured connection or water ingress. I did promise to take it apart, so that's what we're going to do. Now then, I'm just going to manage expectations here. I make no promises getting this apart. There are no obvious fasteners or tabs or anything like that that you might use to pry this open or take it apart, anything obvious that you can see that's holding it together. However, it does look to me like this is in two main pieces. We've got the lens part here itself and then the body of the light on the back here. So what I'm thinking is in these joins that you can see that run around the edge there's going to be some adhesive or something like that in there. Now, I already did have a quick go at this straight after I got it off the car, thinking that I could like break the bead in here or anything like that. But it's completely brittle at this point, and you can see here there's a few failure marks along the edges, two there as well. Just ignore those. I had a quick look on Amazon for a Dremel kit. I don't have one at the moment, and for that sort of money that they were going for, I'd honestly rather put that towards the M12 angle die grinder by Milwaukee. It's the bank holiday weekend, so I don't really have any shopping options on that. It's going to be Amazon or no one really to get it in here in time to carry on with this. I carried on tidying up the bench, and I did find this, which I'd completely forgotten that I had. It came as part of a kit, and I think I actually wanted the jigsaw, not even this. But it'll cut wood and plastic as well. So what I'm going to try and do with this, I'm going to try and come in same place as I was trying to get the spudger in. Just along this this like join here. I'm going to get right in here and try and cut all the way along there. We'll start with this top bit first because it's got a nice bit in there that we can drop the blade into. It's almost a perfect fit. We'll drop in here, cut along there and see where that gets us. It's not going to be pretty, but at this point I'm really just looking to get it open so we can see what's happened. We've definitely spread it now. Yeah, we're going to get in there. But like I said, it is not going to be pretty. As I said, they are they are a sealed unit, and I don't think you could argue with them on that front. Sometimes they say that just to keep you out, but no, not for this one. Okie dokie. See if we can have a Goosey Loo inside now. Yeah, what we're looking at. Try not to. See that even with that much disconnected, that last bit has no interest whatsoever in pulling out of there, and there is no connection, nothing. Honestly got no idea what they have used to stick that together on there at all. How they could have done that. If anyone knows, down in the comments, let me know. I'm intrigued. There we go. You don't want that anyway. You'd have to find a nicer way of getting this out if you were wanting to repair it. I have grown bored. I just want to see it now. Yeah, it looks like we're mounted up on two little pins on the underside. Alright, that's all of them. I'm going to make another access point for each one of these pins along here, so that I can pry right under it. It's still got a bit of a head on them over the board there. Like they're peened over almost, except obviously they won't be peened. I definitely won't be able to title this video Repairing Third Brake Lamp. That one's free. And then we've got the connector down the far end. Right, I want the entirety. I want the strip and I want the connector. I do believe that there's some little connections here, and the strip then mounts into that, and the connector is mounted separately, as in it cannot possibly pass through here. You see that on the other side? That cannot go through here, but I want the whole thing as one complete unit, so I'm going to cut through this. If I can have the whole thing out, hoping we can get away with it. We might have snipped into the weather pack a little bit, but in terms of ingress protection, I think that'd be the least of its problems. Yeah, so that was never passing through there as a complete unit. There we go, I think. Alright, that's off of there. Yay! Yeah, you were not going to be getting that through there. That's how they've done it. They've crimped. Just crimped on. So you'd not be pulling that out of there, and you'd not be spreading that. That was the piece inside the plastic part, going around the connector, the body of the light itself there, going around where you can spread it to get it apart. Interesting. Right, let's get a look at this up close then. Okay, so back again. I've had a quick look at this off camera, and I'm pretty confident I figured out probably within 30 seconds what the most likely cause of this fault is. Now, I have crimped on some terminals here, and these are truly solidly, wires are solid in the, and it's solid on the actual, where the connector from the car would have gone on the pins, it's solid on there as well. Now, what I have found is on here, where the connectors join to the board, you've just got, try and get close enough for you to be able to see that. That just, the pin that's going through the board and then soldered on the bottom is just moving up and down freely through there. So we'll hook this up to the 12 volt feed, and we'll see if when we wiggle it around a bit, if we get that exact same scenario that we found. I can't see anything else wrong with the board. I'll just point out quick, it's literally, there is no signs of any water damage, no breaks, nothing that I can see on there at all. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't cause this to happen when I was opening it up. That is a lot of movement in there. Just looks like it's a fractured joint, and it just sort of goes straight up and down. The pin will go just up and down through the board like that, like the solder isn't holding it at all in any way. So I'm going to hook that up now to a 12 volt feed, keep it off the bench. And then hold the board steady there. I'm just going to pass that pin through the board, just like that small movement you might get in the car. Because bear in mind, all this would have been relatively fixed in place there. I think we just had something then. And there would only be a very small, there we go. There would only be a very, that's the tiniest little bit of movement there that I'm doing. Just keeping it off the board ever so slightly, and I bet that's where, when it was actually held in to the body of the light, I wager that's exactly where it was sitting. And then it can be completely off, one little knock, back on again. Off, on. I'm barely moving that whatsoever, and that's causing the fault. So it's probably just being held in this position, and then one little bump in the car and you could set it off, bump again, on. Now the boot struts on ours had completely failed, which is that's possibly the cause of this. If it got whacked a few times good and hard, maybe it's just fractured that joint. But quite a lot of these do go bad, and I have seen a few times it's been the connectors let water into the unit, but I'm thinking in our case this is definitely going to have been what's happened. And if it's just left to its own devices, not gone over a bump or anything, I wager it would just be happy on its own like that. No problems. Okay guys, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more content from the channel in the future, then don't forget to subscribe, and you can find me over on Instagram @Sockets and Sideburns. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the next video.